Today I have for you guys a superfluous and very inconsequential video, and that is my entire Chanel collection. I've done these, I think, once a year or thereabouts. I think I'll probably try and space them out just so I also don't get encouraged to keep updating it each year, because Lord knows your girl is buying too much, and oh my goodness, my ring has just destroyed itself. Hopefully this will be an interesting video, something that you can use to relax a little bit. Full on disclaimer, I understand some people will probably take this the wrong way and think I'm, Mel, you're just showing off, etc. I love watching people unbox items, review items, just love seeing what people have put in their collections. I don't take it the wrong way, and do you know what, this ring is really peeing me off, so I'm just gonna put the pearl back on and just leave it alone on the side. But anyway, as I was saying, I really love seeing people's reactions to items, least of all for Chanel, because Chanel, as we all know, the prices are skyrocketing beyond belief, and so I'm very, very fortunate to have all these wonderful items in my collection. I counted, I believe there is 20, bar one item that is not with me. It's not super important, it's like perfume or whatever, but I will take you through everything. And actually, what we also have in this video, aside from just showing you my updated collection, is an actual unboxing. This is a very new item which I've actually had now for a couple of weeks, haven't opened it, wanted to find the perfect time to unbox it, and what better time is there than to unbox it in an actual Chanel video. I'm gonna get cracking. I have so many items here. They're all very precariously balanced, as you can see on my bed frame. I'm gonna go through jewelry and accessories, and then I'm gonna go through handbags, because I'm sure this is the stuff that you wanna see. Certainly it's the stuff I find most interesting. Handbags are my thing. And then we'll go with the shoes, and I think that's kind of all the different categories of items I have. I'm not gonna do prices and things like that because I've covered them in many other videos. There's so many videos that I've done on Chanel. You can go find those and check those out. I'm actually gonna start with an accessory item because it's only one item that I actually have from Chanel, and I got it actually on a sale, a Chanel sale, which I hope many of you know about, because if you don't, hello, get on it. The next one I think is probably going to be January at this rate. They do it twice a year, and I have gotten a few good sale finds, and this is one of them, I think, anyway. And this is a Chanel scarf. It's a beautiful white cashmere wool blend scarf. You've got this beautiful mix of white and black details, as you can see. I mean, you've got eyes, but just in case you're listening to this in the background, we have here beautiful kind of snowflake design on the white. I really hope that you'll be able to see this. And then we've got the CC inverted colorway in black as well, with the kind of snowflakes. Must admit, haven't had much of an opportunity, obviously recently, to wear this. Hello, very autumn winter. Obviously it's also white, so I need to make sure that I've got my foundation on fleek. It's just so oversized as well. I really like that about this scarf, and it's not like my basic scarves. I have loads of Gucci, Burberry scarves which are super thin. This is very, very thick, and it should be, because I think it was retailing, I think before sale, it was over £1,000 or something crazy. So that's great that I managed to get it for 40% off. Oh, how wrong I was that I only had one Chanel accessory item, because lo and behold, as soon as I went through all of my closets just to do a little bit of a spring clean, I dug out my Chanel furry hat. I got this also from the Chanel sale. In fact, all of my Chanel accessories I'll just get from the sale, especially when it comes to more ready to wear kind of pieces. They're significantly cheaper than what they are full price. So I think I saved probably 30 or 40%, and it was the only one really that fit my head, to be quite honest with you, because I got a big noggin. But it looks super, super cute. It's probably one of the most random luxury items I ever own, and the most expensive hat I ever and probably ever will own. Oh, and apparently on the second pass of this video edit, I then remembered I actually also have a Chanel wallet. And that just goes to show my memory is just rubbish, and my storage situation needs to be resolved at some point. But that aside, let me just quickly tell you a little bit about this wallet. And see, in this beautiful kind of pale pink color, it changes in the light. This was part of the very, very popular collection of classic flaps and stuff that was also in iridescent as well a couple of years ago. But this one actually was a wallet that replaced a wallet I'd actually gotten stolen. I actually, on the way to Asia, had my original black Chanel wallet stolen, but I was so upset. But then
when I went shopping. As soon as I got there, made a beeline for Chanel, and lo and behold, this beautiful iridescent wallet was there. And it actually is really, really practical as well, which is awesome. As you can see, loads and loads of different storage inside. Admittedly, I don't use it that much these days. It just stores overflow cards and things because I try and just use a small card holder, but it's a beautiful one, highly durable, and I love it a lot. So there you go. Those are my several missing items from my collection.
I'm now going to go to this side where all of the little jewelry bits are. I'm just going to take all of these out. You can see 2 white here because that's a Rue Cambon packaging from their flagship store in Paris. And then we've got 2 normal basic black boxes. So let's do the basic black boxes first. This is a necklace. I believe these two are actually both necklaces. And they're the only 2 Chanel necklaces that I have. I'll probably try and graduate into more fine jewelry and stuff, but these are all like costume jewelry pieces. And what you can see here is, hopefully, if that will focus, you've got 2 little very cute little ladybugs with pearl details. And then you've got a CC as well. They do actually have little, if I take the whole thing out, they have 2 little pearls on here. It's quite a long drop length as well, all things considered. And I think you can also shorten it because they've got little hooks here, so you can make it like a choker or something, which I think is really nice detail. And this is one of the first pieces actually that I got in terms of Chanel costume jewelry. If you're just entering into Chanel, I think costume jewelry is like the perfect way to get into it. It's not as expensive. Obviously, like when I say expensive, I'm using like air quotes here because hello, Chanel and luxury by nature are expensive. But I think if you really do want to get into the brand, especially now that they're doing certain clauses on bags that you'll be able to view, and if you don't have buying history and all that stupid stuff, which I'll probably cover in another video because yeah, they're trying to be Hermes, you can clearly tell. But if you are wanting to climb that Chanel ladder, so to speak, these are good ways to get into it. And also these could make really good gifts. So let me just show you the next necklace here. And this one is a funny one because it's like technically broken. We've just got here a very basic Chanel necklace with a big pearl detail. Hello, we see a theme here, and just some CCs here with a little bit of like cubic zirconia or something like that. There did actually used to be an external ring which had more beautiful big cubic zirconias. It just was like a little ring outside of it. I lost it on a night out. I don't know how, it just like tugged off or something. I didn't even know there was like loose parts, but that just goes to show you Chanel workmanship, to be honest. And actually, something I didn't mention, both of those necklaces have gone to Chanel for repair. That is just something just to bear in mind with costume jewelry. Inexpensive, but sometimes if you've got ones with loose stones or loose bits, dangly bits, they may fall off. I mean, I thought they were going to put a new ring on it, but no, they just lazily stuck it back on, but I think it still works. And again, you've got a nice long chain where you can, you know, put it like a choker detail. You've got little rings here that you can change the length, which I think is always a good option, makes it a lot more versatile. And then I'll go on to the 2 white boxes, and then we'll go into actually this unopened package here because that is actually also some jewelry. So next up we've got, let's do the big box, and this is from Rue Cambon. I went like 3 years ago. It was the only time that I've actually ever been to the Rue Cambon store, and I definitely want to go back at some point, please. The first white box, we've got a beautiful Chanel CC brooch up in here, and it's absolutely stunning. It's a mix of cubic zirconia and imitation pearls, and I think it's an absolutely gorgeous blend of classic and modern. I think if you're really good at accessorizing, doesn't matter how expensive or how prestigious a brand is, it could be Chanel, it could be another brand. I think if you do it really cleverly, you can elevate your whole outfit, even if your whole outfit is, say, lower end high street, you know. So I think these brooches are a really good way of styling things up. You can also, I know some people put them in their hair as well, and they put them in like little ribbons. I think that's so cute, and you could do like a little hair clip moment. Next up, what we have is in this little one, this little box, we've got a really cute pair of drop earrings. We've got glass beads, I believe they are, and we have in this kind of like iridescent beads. Very, very simple, as you can tell, no kind of loose parts. The CCs are actually just, I guess, like a champagne goldie or like a brassy kind of metal here, and then you've just got these beads which are all joined together. So no issues with these earrings actually, and no issues with the brooch, I think, because the pieces inside the small parts are a lot bigger than the other 2 necklaces which had such small parts. I don't know what glue they use, but they need a better one. But I think These are really, really cute. There's only a tiny drop. I actually can't really wear really heavy earrings. I've got really delicate ears, and so these kind of earrings are actually perfect for me because they don't tug on my ear, make it really loose and dangly and stuff. And I'm now going to put these away and bring out the next package because we are going for a very similar theme to what we just saw. So this is something that I bought, like I mentioned, 2 weeks ago. I bought it at Harrods. I either basically buy things at Harrods, probably the place that I buy the most from recently anyway, since, you know, lockdown, things like that, we can't travel, or it would be Heathrow. Traditionally it would be Heathrow Terminal 5, but that's the kind of gist that I go for, you know, when I buy Chanel. And this is from Harrods, and a very tiny package here. I've also got the receipt here, so I can talk price for this one because I will be able to be very accurate. And I've got this costume jewellery little card, which I've never seen before. I've never been given a care card. It just says, the number 5 has a special significance at Chanel, Gabrielle Chanel's favourite digit, the name of our first perfume, and number of our recommendations to keep your Chanel costume jewellery in best condition. So it's talking about wear, protect, care, storage, appreciate. None of which really matter because they will inevitably, if you pick the wrong item, need to go into repair. But anyways, what we have here is a beautiful pair of Chanel earrings. And as you can see, they're like the big sister of the other one. We've got them a lot bigger. We've got pearls, obviously. Hello, I'm a pearl gal. And we've got bigger drop CCs with kind of like cubic zirconia as well. In fact, I will wear these just to show you. I was actually looking for some of their new collection earrings in the latest, I think it's like autumn winter 21 collection. They've got these beautiful heart earrings, which I think are just flying off the shelves. You cannot get them anywhere, and I couldn't find them. I actually found one which was like blue, but they look very, very seasonal. I think they would tarnish really, really easily and scratch, whereas the white I think would be ideal. Or I saw a nice pale pink, but they're massive. And again, delicate ears on this girl. So this one I saw instead, and they're not heavy at all, which I love. They also, from memory, were not super expensive. I think they're about £400 or something. But let me, again, not speak out of turn, let me tell you. They were £490. So there, I have seen a substantial price increase from the items that I've bought over the years. It's obviously adding also to my Harrods rewards, which is nice because I always buy on loyalty, always do that. That is all the jewelry and everything done. There was another item that I mentioned I don't have with me. It's a Chanel number 5 perfume, but it's a big bottle. I think it's 100 ml. I'm sure all of you know what the Chanel number 5 looks like. It's actually a really nice display piece as well, and obviously iconic. And let's talk about bags. Let's start off with the first and the oldest bag that I have in my collection. It's a vintage Chanel bag. Very, very well loved bag, very basic inside as well, just one zip compartment. I don't even know what the model is called. I doubt you'd be able to find it again, but yeah, this is something that I will obviously never get rid of. I never buy to sell, but this one especially, like this is from my mum. I'm trying to give it more love recently because I don't think I have. It's just something quite unique because everyone goes on about the classic flaps and stuff, and I like to have different bags in my collection. As you can see, they all bring a little something different to the table. And then the next bag that I got chronologically is this humongous Chanel boy bag in new medium, and this is in the champagne gold hardware, and it's also obviously in the classic black quilted leather, and it's patent as well. And it's the first Chanel bag that I bought, actually. It was a really big spend of money. I remember it was almost like $3,000, but it was like 2,700 or something like that. And I bought it tax-free. I bought a lot of my bags actually tax-free at the airport, which obviously helps, but bitter pill to swallow, but I'm so glad I did it because nowadays boy bags are like $5,000, aren't they, in this particular size. I've had a few little issues with it. I've covered it in previous videos. It does have a few scratches here and there, but it is well loved, and I've brought this with me on the most ridiculous trips, like going to the Grand Canyon and things like that, which it's my own damn fault really. And the boy bag was so lit so many years ago. You see a lot less of it now, I think, but I love it still a lot, and you know, I don't think I could ever part with it, nor would anyone want it because it's been so used. But let's move on to the next bag that I got chronologically. And we have here a very, very cute Chanel mini, and it's in the rectangular mini size, and it's absolutely stunning. It's got this beautiful crinkled oil slick calf skin, I think it is, and it's pink at times, purple in the others. I love it so much. I've got a matching little weasel thing. I'm not sure really what it is, ferret, and it's just so lucky that I got it almost in the same colour. And you've got the long chain as well, and it's something I also bought from Heathrow back when these bags were going for less than £2,000. So yeah, that's a very distant memory away, because nowadays I think they're going for like 3.5. Admittedly, I've not really been bringing it out recently because I've got other bags that I'm rotating around and loving. But it's stunning with summer dresses and things. It fits an awful lot as well. So if you're thinking of a relatively good entry point Chanel bag, I know it's not really that entry level because it's going to be £3.5 but actually on the scale of classic flaps, which I'll come to later, it's like half the price of that, and it probably fits the same, to be quite honest with you. So I would recommend that. Then the next bag is the Business Affinity. This is the Business Affinity in the medium size, and you can see it's quilted on the front flap. I know you can get it inverted as well, but I much prefer the quilting here. It looks so squishy and soft and cute, and it's really, really spacious as well. The Business Affinity is so raved about. It's one of those like new classic flags, and a lot of people like it also because it's relatively inexpensive. I love the little top handle strap. That really sold it to me. I do love a top handle moment, and I put this really cute Dior Mitza scarf, little twilly scarf with M on it, as I also have with my Coco Handle, which I'll talk about next. I think it just really adds a little something. I think the colours really go. It does have its own issues with the fact that, for example, you can't do it without the crossbody strap. I think it would be really nice just to be able to hold it like this. I think it's really cute. Also, I think some people that are observant may notice that the flap is a little bit out of whack. I've never really noticed it until this year when I did, actually in one of my videos recently about Chanel quality, I measured it and it's like 1 centimetre difference of the slope, but I think that might be just something that Chanel Business Affinities have, and it's something I never noticed until now, so maybe it's happened over time, but it doesn't bother me. I love this bag a lot. It is such a practical off-spade bag, and I think it's a perfect blend of like elegant and also casual as well, and I love the beautiful grey colour. Next up, we have the Coco Handle that I mentioned just a little bit earlier. And we also have it in a medium size, and it's funny because all my bags are like medium whatever, and they are all such different medium sizes as well. And this one by far is the most value for money because of how big it is. I mean, hello, this is a medium size, and I think it was cheaper than the Business Affinity by like maybe £100. But with this one, I really loved the look of, for example, the trendy. The trendy and the Coco Handle are very, very similar looking, but this is so much cheaper, and it's such an elegant bag. My first chevron bag, which I love a little bit of something different, and this is with the kind of gunmetal silver hardware. It's a lot darker than other silver hardware that I've seen on my other items, and extremely spacious. I've got actually things in here because I periodically use this bag as well. And it's got a detachable shoulder strap, and I also have a detachable strap from Samorga, which you can use code Meloncello for some $1 off. You can obviously switch up the look then, it means, with different chains and things, different lengths, and I think it's such a nice option that you can do it because they've actually got the rings here for you to detach. And I put that little cute Dior twilly scarf with the M on it as well. I think it's honestly been probably one of my most used bags actually of my Chanel bags because it just fits so much, and especially during lockdown it was a godsend, honestly. And then next up we have a very cute little bag. We've changed in sizes, we've gone downsized right about now, and we've got my first like lockdown bag, I guess, and it was this beautiful Chanel single flat bag with the pearl acrylic details on the top, which has a very cool Chanel. It's very similar to a wallet on chain, but fits an actual phone and more than just that, and cards, and I think it's so elegant. I've used this a surprising amount to go to dinners and trips away and stuff, and I just love this detail here. I've wanted a pearl Chanel bag for so long. That was also before the crazy price increases that have been since happening, which I will now demonstrate by showing you my latest bag in my collection, and by far the most expensive bag in my collection, and that is the Chanel classic flap in the medium with this beautiful Tiffany green colorway and this beautiful chevron as well. I think we've got like a rose goldy, champagne gold hardware too. And I will talk price specifically here because you cannot forget a number as big as £890. That's right, she almost £6 grand. She's almost like over double some of these bags that I paid for. In fact, 3 times more than the Chanel Mini. Some people will say it's crazy money. Some people will say it's worth it because of the price increases. Chanel bags, classic Chanel bags anyway, make a very good investment. But I will enjoy her to the maximum, and I'm currently using her and she's full of stuff. And surprisingly, you know, this bag goes with a lot of my outfits. I wear a lot of blue and just floral things, and this seems to go with it, which is very, very surprising because as you can tell, I don't really have a lot of colour in my collections. Okay, whizzing on through now to the final category, which is shoes, and I have 6 pairs in front of me. And talk to you about the oldest ones that I have, and I think those are the espadrilles, which are a little bit worse for wear. They've seen better days, but you can tell your girl has been wearing them. This is something that I got from a personal shopper, and it's the classic black Chanel lambskin espadrilles. I know some people find these uncomfortable, but I personally don't. I think they're really comfortable, versatile. I've accidentally worn them in the rain a few times, you know, just random flash freak rain, and they've survived. And the leather's worn pretty well, but I also think the black makes it more forgiving because when I show you the next pair of shoes, it's less so. And here I have these lambskin Chanel classic ballet flats or ballet pumps, and people rave about these a lot, but I actually find these uncomfortable compared to the espadrilles. And as you can see, also, they don't wear the best as well. But this, obviously, with the beige lambskin, it's just even so, it feels even softer than the lambskin of the espadrilles. And as you can see, it scratches up like a bitch. But very classic, relatively inexpensive for what Chanel shoes are going for nowadays. For me, they're just really, really flat. I like a little bit of a heel height, a little bit of like a wedge moment or a little bit of a block heel moment, and these were ones that I thought would work with my style, but I don't really wear them an awful lot because they also don't have much base support. Next up, we've got a pair of Chanel trainers, and I must say, out of all the shoes, I love my Chanel trainers probably the most, and these are so worn, I don't even want to bring them closer to you because they look so bad. So the colorway is a lot more forgiving as well than what it could have been if it was pure white, because Lord knows they did have like pure white trainers. These were such a big thing a few years ago, and that's when I jumped on this. This is a personal shopper purchase as well, and thankfully I got a good deal on these back when they were like £400-500. Chanel trainers are surprisingly comfortable despite, you know, you thinking that they're going to be so delicate. They're really hard wearing actually, and I've stepped through these with many situations. Moving swiftly on to another pair of flat shoes, which not that comfortable. See, we've got a 50-50 moment going on with Chanel quality and comfort and everything like that. This one I would love to say is amazing fit, but it's not. It just looks really good. It's not that practical though, and it's this pair of Chanel pearl loafers. This is something I also got in the Chanel sale, and I thought these would go really nicely for outfits that are work related, business related, that kind of thing. I have worn these, as you can tell, an awful lot to try and make them work, but they are quite painful. Many a blister has formed on this as a human sacrifice. It's just like chicken and egg. I think if you wear the leather and more, it will be more comfortable, but I just don't want to because it's painful. Let's move on to better days that we've had recently. So this is the pair of Chanel sneakers, trainers, whatever you want to call it in the country you're in, that I got that I find are so comfortable. I even made a new SA friend off the back of this purchase who is awesome. And this is the iconic Chanel sneakers, and I remember seeing the inverted, like the white and black ones, so the white as the main color. I love them so much, but like with my Adidas Superstars, which are also mainly white, I'm just so worried about getting them tarnished. And so actually when I went to the store on a whim in Harrods, Shoe Heaven, you know, asked if they had those. The SA was so nice to me. He was like, we don't have that colorway, but we might have the black one. And I was like, oh, the black one? I've never seen the black one. They come with even black laces as well. I've changed them up to white because I like the look better. I think it pops more, brings out the Chanel detail as well. I think they're very classic, obviously black, forgiving, hard wearing, that kind of thing, and very, very comfortable. Though I must say, when I went to Cornwall and wore these, actually in Devon, went to Durdledore, which wasn't a good idea because if you've been to Durdledore, there's a massive slope to get down to the actual beach itself. I slipped randomly. I don't know how. They have no grip, but they look lovely. They have beautiful CCs, so when I have been stepping around in the sand, looks gorgeous. Just be careful with them. The last pair of shoes, and indeed the last item that I have, I believe, in my Chanel collection thus far, is this beautiful pair of white chain wedges, and they've got this, like, I don't think it's wood, it's kind of like this thatched material, and they're really, really comfortable. Obviously you do have to be a little bit careful because these are hard, rock hard block wedges. And you want to, also it kind of gives me a Stella McCartney Elise sandal vibe. I'm going to put these down because they're really heavy because they're just really elevated, so you do have to watch where you walk so that you don't break your ankle, you know. And the best part of it all, got these on sale. Got these in like the pre-sale because I'm now that kind of client. I think they look absolutely incredible, make my legs look incredible, and I think they're just great neutral shoes that go with everything. So with that all said, that is everything in my entire Chanel collection video for 2021, because Lord knows things will change. New collections come out all the time, so this will be out of date probably as soon as I post this. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.